You probably think you're doing the right thing with your money. You save what you can. You avoid unnecessary risks. You try to be responsible. That alone already puts you ahead of many people. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The habit that feels the safest today is quietly working against you, and almost no one warns you about it. This mistake doesn't look like a mistake. It doesn't feel reckless. There's no panic, no red alerts, no dramatic collapse. Your balance doesn't suddenly disappear. It just stays there, calm, stable, reassuring. And that's exactly why it's dangerous. For decades, saving money was a form of protection. In past crises, people who held cash survived and even benefited. That memory is burned into our collective brain. But the system you live in today is not the same system that rewarded patience back then. The rules changed slowly, quietly, without asking for permission, and most people never noticed. Right now, money that sits still is not resting. It's shrinking. Not in a way you can easily see, but in a way you can definitely feel later. Every year, that same number buys a little less. Same effort, same discipline, less reward. And because the loss is gradual, your brain accepts it. Humans panic at sudden pain, not slow erosion. Many people are waiting for prices to fall, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for a crash that will finally justify action. Waiting feels smart. It feels cautious. But here's the problem. In the current system, waiting is not neutral. Waiting is a position, and it's often the weakest one. You look around and see prices going up. Rent, food, assets. You might think everything is getting more expensive, but that's only part of the picture. The other part is harder to accept. It's not that everything became more valuable, it's that money became less valuable. When the measuring stick shrinks, everything measured with it looks bigger. And the system quietly relies on this confusion. This creates a dangerous illusion. As long as your balance doesn't drop, you feel safe. But safety isn't about the number you see. It's about what that number can do for you in the real world. And that ability is slowly slipping away. Here's where most people get it wrong. They believe risk only exists in action. Investing feels risky. Changing strategy feels risky. Doing something feels dangerous. Doing nothing feels responsible. But today, standing still carries its own risk. A silent one. A socially accepted one. That's why you see strange behavior in the market. People buying things that don't make sense at first glance. Assets that look irrational. Collectibles. Scarce items. Anything that can't be created endlessly. This isn't madness. It's adaptation. When trust in money weakens, scarcity becomes protection. The biggest danger isn't a sudden crash. It's slow normalization. The system doesn't need to scare you anymore, it just needs you comfortable. Comfortable enough to keep playing by old rules while new ones drain value quietly. And the worst part? There's no dramatic moment when this becomes obvious. No single day where you suddenly realize what happened. One day, you just notice that your effort doesn't stretch as far as it used to, and reacting feels harder than it should. So what's the lesson here? It's not to panic. It's not to chase hype. It's to understand that safe doesn't mean what it used to mean. Protecting your money today requires awareness, not just discipline. Awareness that doing nothing is still a decision, and sometimes it's the most expensive one. If this made you rethink what safety really means, write your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe if you want to understand how money actually behaves in the modern system. And leave a like if you believe clarity is more valuable than comfort. Because the quiet mistakes are the ones that cost the most.